Let me paint you a picture. The year is 1991. You've got a brand new mountain bike, a fanny pack full of snacks, and miles of single track to explore. There's no Strava and certainly no suspension. It's just you, the dirt, and a whole lot of adventure ahead. Okay, I wasn't even born yet, but this bike, it's from 1991. Every time I ride something like this, I feel like I'm just being transported back to a time that was more simple and free. And my favorite thing about a bike just like this one is that it's raw and rugged. There's no modern tech to hide behind, which is gonna force us to focus on being a skilled rider and being one with the bike, which I believe is the true essence of mountain biking. So in this video, we're gonna take my Fisher Advance for a proper ride and see what it's like to step back into the roots of mountain biking. Now, before we really get going, I do want to mention that this bike is a resto mod. While still pure in nature, I did add a few modern creature comforts. But I am still riding it fully rigid on 26-inch wheels, and in the modern era, that may seem limiting, but I've got to say, it does make for a fun and humbling ride. So let's get to it. You feel everything on this bike, and that's kind of the point. Every bump, every pedal stroke, it's raw and unpredictable in spots. This means you're not just floating over obstacles on the trail, you're surviving them. Back in the day, mountain biking wasn't about PRs, KOMs, or who could out Red Bull the next person. It was about going on an adventure, getting lost, scraping your shins, riding with friends, or trying stuff because it looked fun, not because you needed to hit a line precisely at 27.3 miles an hour or to get a clip for Instagram. Somewhere along the way, the sport got faster, flashier, and honestly, a whole lot more serious. But bikes and riding like this, it pulls you right back to the beginning, where every ride was an exploration, taking in the views, enjoying connection, and style was just what happened when you were trying not to die. A bike like this is simple, and it reminds me of exactly why I fell in love with riding all those years ago. So maybe now, while the bike industry is attempting to find itself again, and everything feels a little bit up in the air, maybe it's the perfect time to reset, to remember why we started riding in the first place. It wasn't for likes, not for results, or for the trends, but for fun and friendship, to reset, and of course, that visceral feeling of dirt under tires and the wind in your face. So together, let's put joy ahead of ego, culture over competition, and let riding be what it's always been at its best, simple and soulful. Riding is my escape, but even out here, sometimes I find myself with my mind racing even faster than my wheels, thinking about everything I should be doing and worried that I'm not doing enough. The spring season seems to come with some added pressure as well, between those big new goals, social plans, and just feeling like you need to have everything figured out. And to be completely honest, that can be overwhelming. And when that pressure gets a little too great, I believe that talking to somebody can really help. And that's where today's video sponsor, BetterHelp, comes in. BetterHelp will connect you with a licensed therapist who can give you the tools to help manage stress and anxiety. They'll match you with a therapist who's right for you in just a couple days. And if it ends up not being the right fit, you can switch at any time for no extra cost. Mountain biking has taught me that even the toughest climbs are worth it, but you don't have to do it alone. Visit betterhelp.com/joyofbike or hit the link in the description to save 10% on your first month. And a massive thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video and helping me manage my stress and anxiety. Now let's get back to the ride.
Come on, she said, got the bag of things and we get away. You know, broken life didn't make me a princess. So you are the only good thing I remember. So good, so bad, so perfect. I got the bass missing for the road. Bandages for broken hearts. Bandages for broken hearts. I'm gonna stay awake. You get some rest, take your shoes off. I think I spotted a bit of hurt. Bandages for broken hearts. I got some food if you're hungry. Bandages for broken hearts. Bandages for broken hearts.
This bike is a dang time machine, and I'm not gonna lie, every sketchy descent, fun corner, or technical climb just makes me really appreciate how far we truly have come. But in that same breath, it really makes me ponder, have we gotten a little bit too complacent with all this modern technology? And I'm not just talking about with our bikes. In my opinion, I feel like we've never been this disconnected from direct feedback with our bicycles. Now, that may be a good thing in terms of how fast you can ride down the trail, but your bike may be making you a less skilled rider just because you're not able to feel the nuances that are happening underneath you on the trail. There's something really special that happens when you're directly connected to a bike like this, something that's fully rigid. You feel every little bump, every little rock, and it's pretty dang cool. And going a few steps further, I also feel like we've never been so far disconnected from the people around us. Maybe we're highly connected here on the internet, which I'm greatly appreciative for, but I feel in our local communities, we are so disconnected from people because of the convenience of technology. And I'm genuinely curious what you think. Do you think that we are less connected to our bicycle and that's doing harm? Or do you think that you've never been more connected to your bicycle and you feel like you're the best rider that you've ever been? And I'm also curious how you feel about in-person human connection. Do you feel like it's harder to talk to people in person since the age of technology and social media? I'm really curious to hear from you guys. So let me know down in the comments, even though that's a little counterintuitive to my point. But with that being said, keep an eye out. The weather is getting nice here in Colorado. Look how beautiful it is. So speaking of human connection, keep your eyes peeled in the next couple of weeks because we are going to be announcing some group bike rides, some skate park sessions, and all that fun stuff. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's just at Mike Murfitt. I'll put it up right here on the screen because I'll be sharing all that information there. And I'll also be sharing it here on the channel on the community tab. Every time I ride this bike, I feel like I'm given an entirely new respect for the pioneers of mountain biking. These early riders didn't have big travel suspension, dropper posts, or tubeless tires, but they had grit, they had vision, and most importantly, they had fun. A whole lot of it. They made it up as they went, and that spirit, that's exactly what built mountain biking. But sometimes it's good to just strip it all back and ride something like this so you can feel every bump, earn every climb, and remember why you started riding in the first place. So maybe it's time we focus a little less on going faster and more on feeling it all and being connected to the bike. In my opinion, that's the true essence of a joyride. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And while you're at it, cruise down and leave a comment with what year you started mountain biking and what your favorite thing about it is. And I'd really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and rang that notification bell. We have new content dropping every single week. But until next time, enjoy the ride and stay rad. Want to keep watching? Click right here to learn more about the bike I was riding in this video, or click over here somewhere to join me for another bike ride. I'll see you there. Later.